Hello guys and welcome to a new video, and today we have the most requested video on the channel, which is the pumped class guide video. For future viewers, please make sure that this video is not too old because they keep changing classes, so some info you see might not be the same after few months. Also, this video might end up being too long, so I'll add timestamps in the description and you can skip to the parts you want. But I encourage you to watch all of it because some tips are connected to each other and I don't want you to be confused. I really hope you guys find it useful. Let's get started. So let's start with the class passive pump up. It provides you with an ugly looking jetpack that allows you to jump higher than normal. The jetpack uses nitrogen to function. And right here we have the nitrogen bar, which starts decreasing as you jump. Once the nitrogen bar is empty, you need to wait until it fills up again. And keep in mind that sliding and jumping cancels the nitrogen regeneration. As for the class skill power jump, once activated it does two things. First of all, it increases the amount of nitrogen, which allows you to jump higher. And second of all, it increases the regeneration speed of the nitrogen, and that allows you to jump more frequently. Let's start with the most important tip, and it's the reason why many players end up disliking this class and going back to their old classes, which is not knowing how to jump correctly. So what most players do, and surprisingly I noticed even pro players make this mistake when they jump. They press and hold the jump button, and this is wrong because not only it results in a very short jump but also a slow one, which is pretty much useless and makes you an easy target for the enemy. So the correct way to jump is to press the jump button multiple times as fast as you can. And by the way, this is how I do it. I'm not sure if there are other ways, but it's the one that gave me the highest jump possible. And you'll see the crazy height I managed to reach using this method later on the video. Moving on to another important topic, which is what the upgrade does to the pumped class. And I want to start by saying that you must prioritize upgrading pumped class as soon as possible because it makes an insane difference. So first of all, it affects the cooldown. Upgrading the class reduces the cooldown by 10 seconds. Second of all, it affects the duration of the boost after activating the skill. So without an upgrade, the duration is 15 seconds. And after the upgrade, you get an extra 5 seconds and a total of 20 seconds boost duration. Next, it decreases the nitrogen bar regeneration time when you use the normal jump without activating the skill. But after you activate the skill, the time remains the same with and without an upgrade. Upgrading the class also affects the jump height, and this is where things can be a little bit confusing. So I need your full focus with me here because there are 4 things to consider. So first of all, we'll check the maximum height we can get when jumping without the upgrade and without using the skill. Now we'll test without the upgrade but with the skill activated. Next, I tested the class after upgrading but without activating the skill. And finally, the full power test with the upgrade and with the skill activated. And you can see the insane height you can reach if you jump correctly. You can basically enter the top of this windmill through the window right here. And to make things easier for you, I'll put them side to side so you can see the difference clearly. Now we'll move on to another tip that many players are confused about, which is how to open the wingsuit when you use this class. So when you have enough height to activate your wingsuit, a new button will show up right here. And you can just press it to activate the wingsuit. Now it's time to share some strategies and advantages that you can use with this class. And there are a lot of them, so bear with me as I go through them. The main advantage is obvious and pretty straightforward, which is the ability to gain high ground at all times. Everyone knows that by now, so there is no need to explain it and waste time. And instead, I'll be sharing and explaining some advanced strategies, starting with the most important one, which is the ability to use pumped class as a mini airborne. And there are 2 amazing tips regarding this tactic. In here, I was surrounded by a full sweaty squad and they were pushing together. So my chances of surviving were extremely low and I was forced to bail and switch position. Now if I jump and glide normally, I won't make it far and the enemy